West Point Mamba LowKings to go against Blacklist International Ultimate. The West Point Mamba LowKings faltered, but you know we both agreed and we both know for a fact that history doesn't matter now. It's a different day, it's a different game, and it's a different season here as we start things off for this hard point. Though it's gonna be a hard point, Warden. It's not gonna be search and destroy. We move along for the first initial take here, and looking like Blacklist International Ultimate will get the zone.
It's just like being in a relationship, Warden. You know, you mess up once, it doesn't mean you're gonna mess up again. You might mess up again, but it doesn't mean you're gonna mess up the third time. If you do, you might not get into another relationship right after that. But you know exactly what happens. You always get into a relationship no matter how many times you mess up, man. But sometime you listen, you learn, right? Hopefully that's the case here. LowKings clearly have learned, right? Multiple times they try to get into this relationship of getting into the grand finals of Garena Masters. They clearly learned.
They clearly learned, but have they learned enough to advance to the grand finals is the question now. And looking like it's still not going to be an answer that we might be for Peachy, which Blacklist International Ultimate will win this one out. But in return, West Point Mamba LowKings trying to offer a split take here, and they are trying to take this one simultaneously from left to right, but they get denied.
It's going to be a tough one for LowKings to take this away from Blacklist. Blacklist wanting to cash in here. This is the money hill at Garage. If you can hold on 60 points, baby, in the bank. But it's going to be Rage all alone. Lonely he is. Hunter Killer drone. Concussed drone out first. We still get the slay on Kalo with the Hunter Killer. And the Predators dropped. Does manage to get the triple on the slay as well. Rage is on fire. Yato backs him up. And this is just Blacklist showing exactly who's king on raid.
If the heat continues here for Blacklist International Ultimate, they might as well get a full 60 for this very hill. West Point Mamba LowKings, no contestment on until now, but they still get denied. And only 20 more points to go here to be accumulated. And only until now, we do see the West Point Mamba LowKings break the hill, but it's only going to be the scraps that they're going to be able to get the taste off.
81 to 52, LowKings on the hill. Some scraps for them, early rotation and anchored down by Yopi, but not anchoring down the spawn at Garden might make the LowKings pay, but they just don't have the manpower to rotate into Garden just yet. Blacklist holds onto that spawn. They know that well and true, so LowKings hop on straight into the hard point, and they have to... What in the world was that spawn for player number 4? Luffy just spawned right behind Blacklist, but he couldn't capitalize. Just way too many players around them, and Blacklist so easily take over the hard point. But look at this backstep coming through from player number 3 on the side of LowKings. Once he takes that spawn, it's a GG, but Jabin says, get the hell off of my spawn with the Annihilator.
Look at how solidified now Blacklist International Ultimate is towards this basketball court. And Jabin is still on a spree, still on the roll. Whipping out the SKS now on a 2 spree with an Annihilator. Might be able to convert some more with an SKS. Holding down the angle, no opportunities granted. And that's gonna be just them holding this one up into absolute perfection. The break tries to come true, but it's just a bit too late for my liking. West Point Mamba LowKings, they tried to barge in, but whatever they have been doing, they have been consistently being denied.
Oh yeah, I mean, you gotta love Blacklist for undoing each and every single strategy of the LowKings here. LowKings are trying every single play in the book, every single play not even discovered just yet. They made their own book, but nothing's working against Blacklist. Every single play has just been absolutely perfect. The timing of the score streaks have been perfect. Wow. They wasted a couple initially, but they're not wasting any now. Jabin with the double, easy secure now on P5. Central Garden belongs to Blacklist, and the investment comes through for the Sparrow as well. Kalo, good slide. The timing does not pay well for Blacklist this time round, and Kalo makes the play, but the numbers on the side of Blacklist just way too much.
Now it's 1v1 here inside this very hill, but Jabin gets the kill. 3 spree for him. Finally, he gets shut down, but in return, the cavalry has arrived. Yato putting himself into the equation. They get the contestment right in, and the West Point Mamba LowKings really having a hard time putting themselves up in this hill. And in the process, once more, they try to break this one up for dear life, and they are absolutely going to be able to do so. But once more, just looking at this statement of the game, it's only the scraps that the West Point Mamba LowKings will be able to accumulate out away from Blacklist International Ultimate. 150
to 75. LowKings now. Scrap points once again. I mean, it's been a while. It's been a while we've seen scrap points. Just purely what the LowKings are all about in a hardpoint matchup. They've been pretty dominant, but Blacklist International Ultimate playing this on an ultimate level right here, right now. Laundry taken over by Skirt. Slays the first player, does not get Luffy. It's a double team that hops on in there. Power position taken away. 3 players flood from the side of Laundry. This has to be the takeover by West Point Mamba LowKings, no matter what AG does, and they hold on to it for a single second. Player number 4 holds on to it. It's Luffy with the Annihilator investment as well, so West Point should be able to catch up on this hill.
Probably the first time that we're going to be seeing a clearance here for the set of the West Point Mamba LowKings, but actually player 5 is the only player left alone for them. More so with a claw will be able to invest this one out for dear life, and he's going to be able to capitalize big time. 2 kills for him, but Scourge playing all around Coconuts will actually get taken down as well, and it's a big trade-off here for between two of these teams, but it's not gonna matter no more for the West Point Mamba LowKings. Blacklist International Ultimate, they get the break inside a hill, which supposedly a point that was so given for them, they absolutely denied them once more.
I think the biggest strategy that Blacklist has against teams here is just to give away one game, make them think that they are the kings and it is possible to beat them, and then just slap them with an absolute annihilating defeat. Blacklist International Ultimate truly, absolutely dominant in this hardpoint at raid, but LowKings, the match is not out of their hands just yet. They just need to win a couple of solid fights here to take that hill away and make sure they can snuff out the aggression out of Blacklist. But you can see operator after operator after operator, the investment is just so threatening on the side of Blacklist, and it all seems to be working out. Demos, the timing is perfect and the break is perfect. Question is, can they hold on?
They're gonna win the gunfights inside the hill, and they are absolutely gonna be able to do so. Close so far has been the player that we should be watching out here for the West Point Mamba LowKings, but each and every player has to step up. Keep in mind, Blacklist International Ultimate only needs 9 more points to claim for them to enter the 20-point mark, and looking like the West Point Mamba LowKings gets the proper read, and they want to deny. Demor's on a tree spree, denying the player from the backends. We'll be forcing Blacklist International Ultimate to rotate down to P3, and finally we do see a hill being won over by the West Point Mamba LowKings.
191, 124. This is the money hill for the LowKings, but it's just the scrap points picked up at the kitchen that's going to be making a little bit of difference here. Rotation from the side of Blacklist. A little bit of a lag, but we're not going to be too worried about that. Demos, a single pretty kill, but those are important slays coming on through. It does help them to spawn out of that passageway, and they hop straight back into that money hill. But Blacklist International attacking from 3 fronts now. They fail at all 3 fronts, and West Point Mamba LowKings still holds on.
One more money hill for the West Point Mamba LowKings for them to even things up, and they're gonna be able to just be even ground here with Blacklist International Ultimate. The push ensues, and they deny. 35 more points to claim on this very hard point, and Blacklist International Ultimate will try to go for another run, but wherever they go, it's just gonna be the West Point Mamba LowKings now winning those gunfights, and only till then, if ever they're gonna be able to claim the last few points on this very hill, they are gonna be bound to just really put this game down to the wire.
I mean, they're right back in it, man. Final 15 seconds. They sure as hell are going to get every single bit of the points because Blacklist International Ultimate is already rotating around. They want to get that spawn, but 3 players aiming for the exact same as well. And what a Freddy! Courtesy of Yopi. He takes that double. Everybody else hopping on in towards that basketball court. But I want to see them inside of Garden. It is Blacklist that moves towards the Garden side. They're going to be taking over the favorable spawns, but it is the LowKings inside of the hill. Say hello to yet another Freddy, says Demos, and they take that player down, but I don't know about this setup. I'm not too confident on the side of LowKings.
Garden spawn for the set of Blacklist International Ultimate, and they put themselves inside a hill. Luffy with Annihilator trying to pop up, but he gets denied by Taven himself. 197 to 198. The lead was on for the side of the West Point Mamba LowKings with Blacklist International Ultimate. They want to deny, but the backstab from Demors will come in. Yato skirt AG under his name, but till then, whatever the West Point Mamba LowKings have been able to do, Javen has been able to deny.
But that was a fundamental mistake, unfortunately, for the West Point Mamba LowKings. They had the manpower, they had the positioning to take away the favorable spawns. They went in straight up for a hill that was not unlocked just yet, and they gave away the momentum to Blacklist International. Now they need to catch right back up, but the hard point after this is going to be even more tougher. Basketball court to a certain degree is winnable, but they still get the scrap point. Central Garden all wide open, and look at the score streaks. Look at the operators on the side of Blacklist. This is where it potentially ends, Warden.
One final hold, one final big hold to seal the deal here to send the West Point Mamba LowKings down to the bottom brackets up against Smart Omega is what the Blacklist International Ultimate is hoping to do, but the break is on for them. They get 2 players around the perimeter, but the cavalry has arrived for Blacklist International Ultimate. Javen with Annihilator annihilating the competition for this very run, and they get the clearance inside the hill.
40 more seconds to go. Make that 36. 237 on the points. Blacklist still has got a couple of score streaks unused on their side. West Point Mama LowKings had used already everything to secure that basketball court even before it was unlocked. So I think, unfortunately, that one fundamental mistake has given this match away to Blacklist after LowKings
GGs.
fought their way back into this hard point. Unfortunate defeat, but Blacklist International Ultimate remain perfect on Raid.